Tennis! Now, tennis for me has honestly been a really fun and cool sport that I look forward to playing more of in the future. But I also have some pretty funny stories about tennis, so let's talk about them. Okay, so maybe every 1 to 2 months, we have a tennis tournament. So usually we have 3 main places that we play our tournaments at, and the place we were playing at had a lot of tennis contenders. So we drove there, I found out who I was playing against, and get this. The person I was playing against was a super short kid who looked like he was in 2nd grade. Like seriously, I was twice his size. And you guys know the phrase, don't judge a book by its cover? Well, this is a perfect example of that. Because even though he looked tiny and weak, he hit that tennis ball like a professional. How? Okay, so he's a tiny kid who can hit hard, so what? Shut up, I'm not done. Because every time he'd lose a point, he'd smash his racket on the ground. And he'd also stand in the corner of the tennis court like he's being put in a timeout. Now, this might seem weird to you, but it's actually not that rare to have a tiny kid who can hit hard and gets mad easily. I know, weird, right? But something I've never seen is an employee had to come up to this kid and be like, yeah, you can't do that anymore. It ruins the tennis courts. You're being a bad sport, and we're going to have to take away points if you do it again. But I guess this kid isn't the best at listening either because he kept on doing it. Referee, he just did it again. But I guess the referee was on his phone or something because he didn't see the kid smash his racket and the kid never got points taken away. Now, I'm being honest, I did actually lose the game 5-7. But remember how I said he got mad easily? Yeah, he cursed at me, he yelled at me, he smashed his racket and stood in the corner. Something I didn't tell you is that I stayed calm the whole time. I didn't yell, I didn't smash my racket, so I just stayed calm. So after the game, when I got off the court, all the parents were like, wow, you are so polite. You are so great for holding in your emotions like that. You did amazing. Make sure to stay strong. I got a lot of compliments. But here's the good part. When he got off the court, do you know how many people gave him compliments? Donut hole. Nada. No one. 0. The only adult I saw him talking to was his parents scolding him for his behavior. Got him. And that's why you should never be a poor sport about anything. Because even if you don't win the trophy or the medal, you still win because everyone is so supportive and nice. But if you are a poor sport about something, why would you ever act like that? And yeah, sure, he did beat me, but can he do this? Moral of the story, just don't be a sore loser or winner. And if you are, then it'll come back to bite you in the butt. Okay, it's a different day and I'm wearing a different shirt. Now, I forgot to mention this, but in tennis, we have different kinds of tournaments. And in this tournament, we had to play a whole match against 8 different people. Now, for those who don't play tennis, one match can be 5 minutes or 5 hours. It always depends on who you're playing. But just for instance, when me and my brother go to play tennis, it usually takes to an hour to an hour and a half. And that's only one match. Yeah, sure, there are some really easy people that only take 15 to 30 minutes to beat, but we are still going to be out there for like 4 hours, okay? Now, I don't know who was running the tournament, but I'm pretty sure they wanted to kill us. Because when we played, it was like 113 degrees out. That means we were going to have to play 4 hours of tennis in 113-degree heat. Luckily, one of the employees who was working at the tournament noticed that the sun was trying to kill us. And she was like, yep, the tournament is ending. Seriously. So the tournament ended early and we only got to play like 3 hours of tennis. But I'm pretty sure we would have all got heat strokes if we kept playing. This last story takes place during a tennis lesson. So our tennis teacher was throwing us balls and we'd be hitting them back. But one time when I hit the tennis ball, I felt a weird snap and apparently one of my strings had broke. Now you might think I was sad, but no, I was happy. The reason I was happy is because I remember when me and my brother were walking back from the tennis lesson, I was like, ha, I swung so hard I broke a string. I bet you're not strong enough to break a string, you little weak piece of garbage. So I went on about how I was stronger than him because I broke a string and he didn't. But then he said, you probably just broke a string because you keep your racket in terrible condition and you'll never be neat and tidy like me, piece of garbage. Thank you everybody for watching. Sorry it took a little while to come out, but I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, or not, I don't really care, it's your choice. But I do want you to check out my new video coming out soon about my crazy adventures in Las Vegas. Bye!